For about 20 years, I have gardens where I do events, and people are always complimenting the roses. I always saw weeds where they saw the roses. I saw limitations where others saw beauty and creativity, but I didn't recognize it. I recently found out that abuse leaves you unable to receive truth, even when there is concrete proof right in front of you. I couldn't receive compliments, couldn't find the pride that I actually deserved in anything that I did, so I rarely stuck with anything long enough to finish. I didn't know that it was abuse that I was living with as a child. Emotional and spiritual abuse are silent. There are no visual bruises or physical pain. So when someone uses God's wrath against you, like me, you very well may end up walking away from God and discovering your own idols. And even in doing that, there was so much guilt on my part because of the prestige and accomplishments that my father had in the church that I could never feel good enough. When I was made aware of spiritual abuse and I ran to God this final time, my heart was changing, my mind was being renewed, and my emotional scars were healing. I developed such a hunger for God that I had never had before, because now I had the ability to allow Him to just love me, just the way I was. I found out what this peace that passes all understanding was really about, and how much God wants to comfort me. He's given me a calmness in my spirit and a clarity of mind. Perfectionism, I finally learned, can be fueled by fear, and that's why I would always see the weeds. God gives us perfection for free in Him, because He is all we need. Once He became my everything, everything else fell into place. And He opened my eyes to see the roses. Finally, the weeds that I had always seen were still there, but to my surprise, it seemed that nobody cared. More importantly, I didn't care, because the roses are now more beautiful than ever. That feeling of never being good enough, now that the beauty and the perfect love of Jesus is growing in me, I finally know who I am, because I know who Jesus is. Oh, and if you compliment me, I may begin to say one thing, but then I quickly catch myself. I smile and I say thank you. It's all God. Remember, you're always under God's hand. So every UG day is a hug day.